we are live. Hello everyone, welcome to part 31 of Sonadow Play the Apollo Justice Ace Attorney Trilogy. Joining me as per usual is my lovely girlfriend, IMShadow 007. Say hello, hon.
Hello!
I should point out before we start, a plumber will be coming round to my place very soon, so if you're already chatting or banging in the background, that's what it is, okay?
No worries.
Alright, so we're going to carry on with the first trial of Turnabout Reclaimed. A trial that, if you remember watching the first part, we are not taking seriously at all.
Yes.
So let's do it.
Here we go. Good morning, Mr. Wright.
Good morning. Chipper as ever this morning, I see.
I'm just thankful we actually get to have a trial for Orla. As a matter of fact, I just ran a few laps around the courthouse to get extra pumped.
And I just splashed my face with some water to get the sleep out of my eyes.
Oh, I also queued it with Sloshbuckler video so we can watch it any time.
Thank you.
Alright.
Thanks. It just might help our case. By the way, you have some serious dark circles. Did you stay up late watching this?
What? Me? No, I just woke up early, that's all.
Would it have killed him to actually edit some dark circles onto our eyes?
Yeah, right. I guess I need to cover them up. Not get it ragged on enough as it is by Prosecutor Blackwell.
Speaking of being pumped, I'm pretty fired up for this trial too. It's been a while. With this series taking itself seriously as an option, well, to be fair, Alex, most of the cases you do take very seriously.
Oh, yeah. That explains why your hair is spikier than usual.
I mean,
look at it! It's all super pokey and prickly and stuff. It's amazing!
my bad, I'm already voicing one woman in this trial, I ain't voicing another. That was a compliment, right?
Good luck, Mr. Nick! I'll be cheering you on from the gallery.
Thanks, Pearls. It's been so long, I'm actually a little nervous.
Good morning, Mr. Lawyer. Oh, Mr. Rhymes! You came to watch the trial? Yeah, Sasha's back at the aquarium with the orca. So I thought I'd better come here to watch with her. Oh, don't you worry. We're gonna win for Orla. Isn't that right, boss?
Right. One unprecedented trial coming right up.
All rise. Now sit on it.
Court is now in session for the trial of Orla Shipley. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Must we waste words on this? Prosecutor Simon Blackwell, known as the Twisted Samurai. He's a prosecutor who's also a convicted felon. They say he never conducts a trial without his loyal hawk Taka by his side. Mr. Wright, it's been quite a while since I've seen you like that. The lawyer image suits you. You look younger somehow. Thank you, Your Honor. And you look as young as ever yourself. Well, I have to keep up with you folks after all. By the way, has the defendant arrived in court yet? Surely you jest your baldness. Did you not receive the memo? The defendant, Orla Shipley, is an orca at Shipshape Aquarium. An orca?! That's how we reacted, Judge.
Pretty much.
Arrangements for this trial were made only yesterday, so I didn't have time to review. But an orca as a defendant? It's patently absurd! Direct your comments to the defense. He's the absurd fellow who insisted on defending the orca in court in the first place. Absurd or not, I'll carry out my duty to defend my client. Your duty to defend your crying ant? Don't you mean your crying orca, Mr. Wright? If we are to proceed, we must treat the orca as we would any other defendant. Every soul, be it man or beast, is of equal value. The question is whether that soul is painted in black and white. Take Taka, for example. He's as human in spirit as you or I.
Aww.
The real question is, am I in for more pain? As always. Orca or not, I suppose the defendant is still a defendant. And I vow to render my verdict fairly and impartially. Now then, Prosecutor Blackwell, your opening statement, if you would. I suppose I can hardly leave it to someone who knew nothing of the defendant. Very well, listen carefully. The Orca murdered the owner of Shipshape Aquarium in the aquarium's Orca pool. The Orca apparently toyed with the victim mercilessly as he died. A sadistic Orca, what a chilling thought. And where exactly is this defendant now? Inside this. A cell phone, Prosecutor Blackwell? Time marches on, your baldness, with or without us. I borrowed this TV phone from the aquarium, which will allow us to interact with the Orca. Just for the record, this game is set in 2027, and he's got a flip phone.
Yeah.
Now, they had an excuse in the original games, which were set in like the late 2010s, because they came out in the early 2000s, which would have been the modern cell phone at the time. But this game came out in 2013. Smartphones were a thing.
Right?
A TV phone? Very well. The court accepts it into evidence.
Thank you.
What is that, an old Motorola or something?
Looks like it.
We will be able to view the defendant in question on this large monitor. Fulbright, prepare for transmission. Ha ha ha! You got it, Prosecutor Blackwell.
Aww.
We will proceed with the defendant on telecast. So that is that Orca that stands accused, is it? Oh, she's waving her flipper at us. Maybe she's cheering us on?
Orla, wish Phoenix and Athena luck.
Oh, it's quite cute, isn't it? That this adorable creature suspected of killing a man?
Orla's really pouring on the charm, huh?
She is far from cute. She is a violent, reckless animal.
Why do
That's
I
right.
see that? Why do I see that Simon describing that to Pinkie Pie from Smile HD?
She is a murderous, reckless pony.
Cause I love to make you smile, smile, smile. Yes, I do. Ah!
Anyway, that's right. The name's Bobby Fulbright, and I'll take over the explaining from here. Now, if I could direct your attention to this diagram of the crime scene. Following the report of an Orca attack, we the police raced over to Shapeship Aquarium. There, we found a guest who says she saw the Orca and the victim from the visitor's corridor. As the witness was watching, the Orca suddenly went crazy and attacked the victim. The Orca was the only one there, therefore, no one else could have committed the crime. It's not quite finished, but I have a portion of the autopsy report here.
Thank you.
I can't imagine the terror of being attacked underwater by such a large creature. It does sound pretty terrifying.
Yeah.
But attack it did. Prepare yourself for the grisly details, your baldness.
Hell, it happened in real life.
I know. The prosecution moves to introduce our witness, Fulbright. You got it, Prosecutor Blackwell. In justice we trust. One brave lady whose fine sense of justice compelled her to speak, coming right up.
Oh boy.
How dare you make me wait? Don't you know I'm a busy woman? Could have written an entire book for all the time I spent in that lobby. Prosecutor Blackwell? Well? I am Norma de Plume, and I'm a non-fiction writer. Am I the only one who isn't telepathic here?
Looks like she can read into people's words as well as I can read into people's hearts.
Drago, if you want to know who she is, go watch the first part.
Yeah.
And again, we ain't taking this seriously. That's why I'm voicing
Yeah. Yeah, we're taking many liberties with this case.
Yep,
He's voicing a woman, I'm voicing a dude.
exactly. Not everything needs to be a competition, Athena. What? Norma de Plume, the great non-fiction writer, as Miss Norma de Plume herself? I've read all your works and enjoyed them immensely. Your million seller, The Great Grief of the Great Thief is one of my favorite. Try saying that 3 times fast. The Great Grief of the Great Thief. The Great Grief of the Great Thief. Oh, are you a fan, Your Honor? I could give you my autograph if you'd like. Wait a second. I could swear you look much different in the photos in your book. Well, I used ones from 10 years ago in my book so that the paparazzi won't harass me.
Smart.
Yeah.
The judge seems so shocked.
The visual disconnect must really be doing a number on His Honor's head. And the disconnect with her voice.
Yep.
Could we get started, please? If I find you to be lacking as a judge, you will see your debut in my books. Such harsh comments. You really must be the real Norma de Plume. Who knew Miss de Plume was so famous? Enough jabbering. Tell the court what you saw and keep it brief. I would thank you not to order me around. I'm perfectly willing to tell everyone what I witnessed. It was the moment of the murder. Very well then, please proceed with your testimony. I went to Shipshape Aquarium to see the killer whale. As I was watching the killer whale from the visitor's corridor, it suddenly went crazy. I saw the killer whale bite the victim to death with its huge mouth and deadly teeth. Attempting to remain calm, I reported the incident to the police immediately. That adorable defendant really did all that? Must be much more vicious than it looks. Oh yeah, orcas can be vicious.
Hence why they're called killer whales.
Exactly. Now deliver your judgment so I may carry out the sentence.
Objection!
The defense would like to do some defending first, if that's alright. Must you drag this out with your tomfoolery?
Hold it! The defense always has the right to cross-examine the witness, you know.
A fellow inmate told me just this morning. If you want something signed, all you need is a document and a witness. Let me guess. They were convicted for contract fraud, right? All we need in this case is the evidence and a witness to convict. It's as simple as that. Looks like I guessed right. Sorry, but as Miss Sykes said, the defense has every right to cross-examine. Isn't that correct, Your Honor? Yes, of course. You may proceed with your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. I shall relish the sight of you thrashing around in vain.
Press on the first statement to get an achievement.
Oh?
Hold it!
Why did you want to see the orca? Well, it is the featured attraction of the aquarium, after all. Why waste energy on such tripe? There is but one attraction in Shipshape Aquarium that is worth anyone's time. And that is the penguins. Isn't that right, Taka, my friend?
Aw, he likes birds!
Alrighty then. I guess Prosecutor Blackwell is for the birds.
Guess I should jot that down. Note to self, Prosecutor Blackwell is on Team Rifle.
Yep, I just heard the bleep. And so you went to see the orca in its tank. Yes, that's right.
Now, go to the third statement and present Shipley's autopsy report.
Yeah, Shipley's autopsy report that we've not actually read.
Objection!
Funny enough. It would seem that you're mistaken, Mr. Plume. I beg your pardon? The autopsy report does indeed say death thought to be the result of orca attack, but the actual cause of death is contusion from head trauma, and not being bitten. What? But I'm sure the victim was bitten! I don't believe that can be true. The security footage doesn't show anything of the kind. Well, there is a lot of blood.
Objection!
Well, yeah.
Just as I suspected. I knew you would peek at the footage behind Fulbright's back. Well, what did you expect when he wouldn't play nice and share? What did you expect? But unfortunately for you, the footage you saw was only one small part. Huh? Yesterday, after I decided to take this case to trial, I re-reviewed all the evidence. Taka, the evidence I gave to you for safekeeping. Guess that hawk is higher up on the pecking order than Fulbright and Blackwell's books. Pecking order!
Pecking order!
Very well. Let's view the footage and get this thing off my head! Seriously, before it digs in. What's this? The orca's biting the victim! No way!
But
I have to say that this appears to be very damning evidence.
it doesn't look like he's biting it. It doesn't look like she's biting it. It looks like she's pushing him, as if to, like, you know... No! I can't believe Orla really bit him!
And there's more. Look at this.
Oh, there it is.
This photograph was taken while the body was being examined. There seems to be a strange bruise on the victim's right wrist. I'll have the crime lab examine the bruise and calculate its relevance to the case at hand. What's important right now is evidence that points to the orca as the killer. Look at the left side of the body. See the orca's tooth marks in the victim's clothes. Yes, they do appear to suggest that she did in fact bite the victim. I told you so! And then the killer whale swam up toward the surface with the victim in its mouth.
Objection!
However, in the autopsy report, the cause of death is contusion from head trauma.
Objection!
Yeah, I think Orla's actually pushing the victim to try to probably save his life.
Maybe. You are much too impetuous, White Dodo. Granted, the orca biting the victim was not the cause of death. The witness was mistaken about that. Then, what explanation is there for what the witness saw? Did I not say in the beginning the orca toyed with the victim mercilessly? My goodness! After killing the victim, the defendant swam around with his dead body in her mouth. Just like any other predator toying with its prey.
Mr. Wright! The hearts of the people in the gallery are suddenly filled with fear. Fear from Orla!
So the defendant bit the victim after she had killed him. But if that's the case, then we must still figure out how the defendant killed the victim. Prosecutor Blackwell, do you have a sound theory to give this his court? I wouldn't be standing here if I couldn't prove whether Orca's heart was black or white.
But Orla is black and white. Her body, I mean.
That's not what he means, Athena. Athena, please try not to provoke Prosecutor Blackwell.
That's why it's heavily theorized that Athena is very autistic coded. And I believe that. Because, like, yeah, there's a whole Reddit post you can read about Athena being autistic coded, and yeah, it checks out.
The witness also observed the actual moment of the murder. Think back, word mistress. Think back to what you observed before the orca bit the victim, word mistress, for God's sake.
But yeah, I think Jarl and I are up to something.
What?
And, like, you know, we think that Orla, like, you know, is pushing the victim to save his life. Like, Orla didn't kill the victim.
Well, I've already played this case, so I know it all the way through, but I'm not saying anything.
Yeah, but I think Wolf Jarl and I are like, yeah, Orla's trying to save him, not kill him.
Ah, I see what you're driving at. So that was the true moment of the murder, was it? Now explain in a way even those simpletons can understand. There you go again, ordering me around. Stop that this instant. But whatever, I don't mind telling my story. I saw the killer whale before it toyed with the body as well. I saw it the moment it killed the victim by headbutting him. Headbutting him, you say?
Really?
Orla killed the victim by headbutting him? That's right. It rammed the victim over and over again. Recall the autopsy report stated that there were bruises all over his body. Recall as well how persistent the defendant can be when she's attacking her prey. And we all just saw the killer whale headbutting the victim in the footage, don't forget. That footage backs up Mr. Plume's testimony. But there's also something very important it does not show. Now do you see what a menace this killer whale is?
Objection!
I'm sorry, but I can't allow your testimony to stand unchallenged. Looking at the footage, the orca certainly seems to be headbutting something, but you'll notice that something is not the victim. Marlon Monroe. I want to look away, but I can't. I forgot about that animation.
Oh God.
Even if it was the victim. I know. There's a reason we ain't taking it seriously.
Yep.
Even if it was the victim, you couldn't have seen him from where you were, could you? What? Oh, well, I suppose not. Mr. Plume, did you actually witness the victim getting headbutted by the defendant? Let's see. Oh, I remember now. As I recall, a rock in the shape of a skull was obstructing my view. So are you admitting that you couldn't see the victim? Yes. Yes, I suppose I am. However, immediately after headbutting, the victim came floating up. He came up from behind the skull-shaped rock, and his body was all limp. What else could I think except that the killer whale was headbutting the victim?
Objection!
But if you didn't actually see the moment of the attack itself, then it's just pure conjecture.
Objection!
Must I do everything around here? How dare you speak so rudely to me? There's no need for hysterics. Clear your mind and recall how you reached your conclusion. Though you couldn't see what the orca was attacking, you didn't need to, did you? Because you knew she was behaving exactly as she had only 1 year prior. Oh! 1 year ago? That's right! Yes, that's it. That's how I knew the killer whale was headbutting the victim. I'm sorry, but could someone explain exactly what happened a year ago? If you must know, a very similar incident occurred only last year, in which the defendant murdered her trainer. What? The orca murdered her trainer, you say? What? Is this really true? This is not looking good for us. It's all in this book. That book. The Killer Whale. That's Mr. Plume's latest work. Now I see what's going on. I was just thinking of picking that up.
Yep.
The Killer Whale. For someone who is apparently killed by an orca, her body looks remarkably intact.
Yeah, she looks fine!
This game's rated M.
Right?
The orca headbutted and bit the victim. Same thing.
Oh, wait, go.
I can't
Press
go back.
History, X.
Yeah.
Last year, the defendant killed her trainer in the middle of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The same thing she's accused of in this case.
That orca killed 2 people?
Things of menace. Guilty, I say! I never want to go back to the beach again.
No, everyone's even more convinced that Orla did it.
We're doing so well, but now everyone in the room has a bad impression of Orla. I don't want to think she did it. It's hard to keep on believing in somebody who can't even tell me her side.
Venus, Athena, you gotta believe in Orla. There's no way she killed anybody. You gotta save her. Please, I'm begging you.
Sasha, what am I doing doubting my client like this? This is the time to be strong.
I believe in Orla, and I'm ready to fight for our clients. I'll take everybody in this courtroom on if I have to.
Don't worry, Sasha. We won't give up on Orla. We'll defend her to the very end.
Thank you. Thank you, both of you. No.
Aw. We are Orla's lawyers. who else but us can save her? We can't give up on her now. For an instant there, you were afraid of the orca, weren't you? Right, Dono. When you saw the photograph of the victim from a year ago, you turned paler than me. He saw right through me. It's obvious you have neither the guts nor the determination to defend the orca. It's true that Orla can't speak, and I don't know her thoughts. But there's a certain someone who believes in Orla with all her heart. I respect the trust she has in Orla, so I'm willing to believe in Orla too. And what do you know about orcas? Nothing. That's what. So allow me to fill you in. Do you have any idea why orcas are also called killer whales? Because they are cunning and merciless predators that hunt and kill even true whales. So, killer whales really are killers? What terrifying creatures indeed! Yes, that's why they're called killer whales!
Exactly.
I can't bear to hear any more of such rubbish as trusting a killer. Can you, your baldness? No matter what you say, I will continue to believe. I don't give up that easily, you know. Dullard, you don't know when to give up, do you? Very well. I shall give you a chance to prove just how determined you are. Witness, spare no quarter and lay the full truth on them. But of course, that's what I do after all. Prosecutor Blackwell, what will you have the witness testify about? I shall have her testify about what she saw and what she heard. What she heard? Very well. Mr. Plume, please tell the court what you saw and what you heard.
Okay.
The killer whale's behavior was exactly the same as a year ago. As I approached the pool, the killer whale suddenly started singing. I was calm when I saw it start to headbutt. But when the pirate hat and victim came floating up, I let out a scream! So the orca displayed the same behavior as during the incident a year ago. That's right! Those weren't just simple cries, it was singing! As I approached the pool, the killer whale suddenly started singing! It kept headbutting while it sang the Swashbuckler Spectacular song. That's right, it was singing the same song it sang at the aquarium stage show back then! It was singing while it was headbutting! Oh, it was perfectly horrible! I don't see a single obvious inconsistency in this testimony. It's clear I won't be able to take apart her statements with evidence alone.
Mr. Wright, now will be a good time for me to put my skills to work. It's time to show what analytical psychology can really do.
You seem pretty confident. Let me guess, you noticed the contradiction between the testimony and her emotions?
You bet I did. And once we expose it, we just might be able to crack her. No, scratch that. Make it, we'll definitely be able to.
Then let's give your knowledge of analytical psychology a try.
You got it, boss. Complete analysis of Mr. Plume's heart coming right up. No.
Absolutely no emotion there. Nothing.
Nope. No.
I was calm
Pinpoint
when
the
I
sadness. Calm? You're sad. The sadness is reacting very violently. Pinpoint the sadness.
Mr. Plume, Orla really frightened you with her headbutting, didn't she? Don't be absurd! I certainly was not frightened by the likes of any killer whale.
It must have been something else that scared her then, boss.
However, I do remember being very afraid for some reason while it was doing that.
It sounds like maybe you saw something we haven't discussed yet. Take your time and try to remember what it was. What did you see?
This is practically turning into a counseling session. I saw something. Oh! I remember now! Alright.
Getting warmer. Okay, good. Now, if you could please tell the court what you saw.
I saw bright red blood. The killer whale's ramming caused the victim to bleed. There was a giant cloud of blood. What? Yes, that's it. That's why I was so sure. That's when I knew that killer whale had killed a person for a second time. Well, that was a very compelling statement indeed.
Jeez.
Looking at this again, there does appear to be something that could be a cloud of blood. And what else could it be?
Yeah, right?
So her terror was a reaction to blood, was it? That would certainly explain what happened yesterday. Please take a look at this blood-stained coin. Cease and desist at once! What kind of a man shows a lady blood? She doesn't have to get so worked up. I was badly injured during an interview once. Ever since then, I've been terrified of blood. I suppose you can't blame her in that regard.
Oh no, I don't blame her.
The very sight of it dreadfully upsets my delicate sensibilities. This is a bad turn. If Mr. Plume saw blood, then does that mean Orla really did attack the victim? It would appear that orcas are even more vicious than I am. So, how does it feel to be thoroughly rammed by your own cross-examination, Bright Dono?
What do we do now, boss?
Testimony was not at all what I expected to hear.
Wait a minute. There's still some discord left in Mr. Plume's heart.
What? You mean there's more?
Yes, but there's no telling what it is. It could be something even more damaging.
Is there even anything left of her case to damage? Well, whatever it is, we have to face it head on. Athena, you believe in Orla, right? If so, there's no reason for us to shy away from the truth.
Yeah, you're right.
I know we can handle the truth, whatever it is. So let's delve a little deeper.
You got it, boss. So ignore the first two statements. Ignore that. That's new.
After
I
this started,
saw that.
I saw an
That's
awful
new.
lot of blood and was terrified.
Next. This is new.
But when the pirate hat and victim came floating up, I let out a scream!
Pinpoint the sadness.
Got it!
Huh, her fear appears to be lessened here at this statement. Mr. Plume, weren't you afraid when you saw the victim with blood coming out of him? That's a very good question. I was shaken after witnessing a murder, yes, but then the blood seemed to disappear. Disappear? And why do you suppose that was? Simple! It was because of the pirate hat. After the killer whale put the hat on, the cloud of blood disappeared.
Objection!
How?
Huh?
And how exactly does that work? How should I know? I'm just telling what I remember, Blue Boy. Wait a minute. From whom was this blood that Mr. Plume saw actually coming from?
Orla Shipley.
Or Orla.
Orla
Take that!
Shipley.
Consider this. Maybe the one who was bleeding wasn't the victim. I beg your pardon? What kind of ridiculous nonsense is that? There was no one else in that pool besides the victim. Oh, I wouldn't say there was no one else. It is an orca pool, after all. What? Then where's this alleged injury on the defendant? I'm not sure, but if simply wearing the pirate hat made the blood disappear, then the blood must have coming from somewhere in Orla's head.
Oh god.
Fucking Marilyn Monroe. I love that.
I know.
The orca's head. What are you prattling on about now?
Please think about it again, Mr. Plume. Think back to what you really saw.
That is... The one who was bleeding was not the victim, but the killer whale? I remember now. There wasn't any blood coming from the victim after all. So the blood was coming from the whip.
I wonder why, though. Poor thing.
Bye.
Bye-bye. We did it. Analytical psychology got us for what we needed to check from her.
That was a huge help, Athena. It was also pretty dicey for a while, though. Well, this is a surprise. The blood the witness saw was the defendant's, not the victim's. That is correct. And since there was no blood coming from the victim, there's only one thing we can conclude. That what Mr. Plume witnessed was not the moment of the murder, as she claims.
Objection!
I thought you were unarmed, but it turns out you were concealing a sword all along. Nevertheless, it's far too dull to cut to the bone. Meaning? I grant that what the witness saw was not the victim's blood, but it proves nothing. After all, being rammed doesn't always result in a wound that bleeds, does it? Yeah, internal bleeding. Death from internal hemorrhaging is also a possibility. He has a point there. If you wish to challenge me to a duel, you'll need a sharper blade than that, right, Dono? I demand evidence that proves the witness did not see the moment of the murder. There must be something. Think, Phoenix. If I'm correct, then the victim's death occurred
Before De Plume saw it.
if the victim was already dead when Ola started her headbutting. And that would mean he died sometime before Mr. Plume was watching her. The event Mr. Plume witnessed took place around 10:10 a.m. I must have something that can tell us about what happened before 10:10 a.m.
The security footage.
Take that!
We've only seen the footage from 10:09 to 10:10 a.m., which means there's still footage going further back that we need to check. Your Honor, I request that all the security footage be played for the court. All of the footage. Mr. Plume witnessed the cloud of blood around 10:10 a.m., but I believe the victim was already dead by that time. So your assertion is that the murder took place before Mr. Plume arrived? Exactly. The security camera footage starts around 10 a.m. when the aquarium opened. And I believe there's vital evidence in the 10 minutes before. You are quite the gambling man, right, Dono? Are you honestly willing to risk everything on those mere 10 minutes? I've bet on slimmer chances before, but when he puts it that way...
Hold it! My boss is no coward, Prosecutor Blackwell, so I suggest you get ready to eat humble pie.
Uh-oh. I can't back down now. Well, if the defendant is not confident in its importance... Prosecutor Blackwell, the security footage. Fulbright. Roger, I have the rest of the security footage right here. Very well. Please play it for the court. Please have something for me. Otherwise, I'm fucked. This is what it looked like at 10:10 a.m. The witness can be seen here. Alright, I'll just back the footage up to the beginning now. 10:09.
Okay.
6. There's nothing. It appears Mr. Plume hasn't arrived yet at this point. Now to see if I can find something from this point before this point in time. 3.
10:03. No. No. Nothing.
Is that it? Yep, that's all the footage there is. Well, Mr. Wright, did you see what you were looking for?
We got nothing.
Well, right, Dono. Those were the 10 minutes you placed your bet on. Do you see anything of significance? Did I see anything important? I better think about this carefully. In the footage we see...
Nothing important.
We can see nothing of importance in that footage. Just as I thought. You're right about that. That section was completely meaningless. It doesn't...
But there's one problem. How'd the body get in the water?
It doesn't show a thing. That's why I didn't submit it as evidence.
Objection!
No, it's just the opposite. Huh? What do you mean by that? In the 10 minutes of footage, something important that should be there isn't there. Detective Fulbright, this footage should have been submitted as evidence. What? Are you questioning the way I carry out my duty to justice? Mr. Wright, explain yourself, please. What is the important thing that you say should be in the footage, but isn't?
The photo of the body.
Take that!
The important thing we should see in the footage is the victim himself, Jack Shipley. I don't know about you, but I didn't see him get in the pool in that footage.
Thank you.
Oh! Oh! That's right! If the victim is not shown entering the pool in the footage, it means that he must have been there by the skull rock during those 10 minutes. But no human being can hold their breath underwater for that long. Wait a minute! Are you saying...
Unless you're a professional mermaid.
When the security camera started up at 10 AM, the victim was already dead. Whoa, what? Order! Order in the court! If that's the case, then that's when the victim... then when was the victim murdered? I don't know, Your Honor, but we now know it had to have been sometime before 10 AM. Therefore, this footage can no longer be called decisive evidence against my client. But there's no one else who could have killed the victim. Not necessarily. The defense believes that the true culprit may have been human. And we have evidence to back up our theory as well. Do you now? I would be very interested in seeing this evidence. The defense's trump card. That thing we found during our investigation yesterday. I wouldn't go so far as to call it decisive, but... now's the time to play it. Very well, Mr. Wright. Please submit your evidence. What evidence shows that the crime may have been committed by a human?
The bloodstained coin.
The doubloon.
Take that!
Doubloon.
Yarr! What's this? A coin? Yes, a fake coin used in the aquarium's pirate show. We found it beside the pool. The coin is quite possibly the real murder weapon. This tiny little coin is the murder weapon? Mr. Wright, is this another one of your bluffs? As they say, the bolder the presentation, the less confident the solicitor. This is no bluff, and this isn't the only coin. There are 300 of these coins in all, weighing a total of about 7 pounds. This one just happens to have blood on it. Did you have the blood analyzed to see whose it is? Not yet. But there were coins scattered all around the body, and the victim had a head wound. Taking these things into account, I believe it has to be the victim's blood. So to put it together, we have about 7 pounds of coins by the side of the pool. One of them was with a blood stain on it. I think the answer is pretty clear here. Your Honor, the defense proposes that the victim was killed beside the pool. The side of the pool? But if the murder took place there, it would be difficult to say the orca did it. I realize you're trying to defend your client, but that theory is preposterous! How could 300 coins possibly be made to hit someone all at once? Put them in a bag, idiot.
Put them in a bag.
It'd be pretty easy if they were in a bag or something of that nature. And so where is this bag the coins were in? Unfortunately, Your Honor, we recovered nothing of that sort from the scene. It's possible the culprit took it with them. They took it. The true culprit used the coins as a blunt instrument to commit murder. They even threw the body into the pool before the security cameras started up. And then they left, taking the bag of coins were in with them. They got rid of the evidence that points to a human culprit to pin the blame on Orla.
That was brilliant, Mr. Wright. You found a way to introduce the possibility of a human perpetrator.
Yeah, somehow. Let's hope my luck holds out. I wonder why Prosecutor Black hasn't said anything. The possibility of a perpetrator other than the defendant has now been suggested. But if we hold the possibility to be true, then what did Mr. Plume witness? That's right! I saw the killer whale attack the victim! Just like it did a year ago, singing a song!
I guess there's still that. Even when somebody else is a culprit, Orla's behavior still seems pretty bizarre. I wonder why she was doing the same thing she did a year ago.
But is it really that bizarre?
What do you mean?
To explain the inexplicable, all we have to do is turn our thinking around.
Turn our thinking around, huh? Sounds good to me.
Time to give the old turn my thinking around method a try. Instead of trying to figure out why Orla did the same thing she did a year ago, I should consider the results that were produced by her behavior by this time around. Orla sang a song, did some headbutts, and bit the victim. If the real culprit wanted to shift the suspicion onto Orla, then they would have needed to give people a reason to think Orla did it in the first place. Mr. Wright, as her lawyer, how do you explain your client's actions? I believe we should think of it in this way, Your Honor. What kind of effect did Orla's actions have on the case? Very well, then why don't you explain it for the court? How did the defendant's actions affect the case?
They created a witness.
Mr. Plume focused her attention on the orca pool because she heard the song. The orca's act of singing a song created a witness. Created a witness? Isn't it possible that fabricating a witness was the real culprit's true intentions? After all, Mr. Plume witnessed two things. She saw Orla headbutt something over and over, and she saw the orca bite the victim. Those two actions of Orla's might have been the real culprit's plot to make the witness think the orca was attacking the victim. Are you saying that the defendant was being manipulated by the true perpetrator? Exactly, and that would explain Orla's actions perfectly. But the defendant is an orca. Is it even possible to manipulate her? Yes, there is a way to manipulate Orla's behavior. With this.
Oh, the whistle.
Take that!
Are you asleep there?
No, I'm okay.
Is
I was
this...
distracted by the walkthrough.
Is this a whistle? Yes, Your Honor. Trainers at the aquarium use whistles to issue commands to Orla. But in truth, anyone can do it, provided they know the right signals. Ah, that must be how they get Orla to do tricks for their pirate shows. The true culprit hid the body in a spot that couldn't be seen from the visitor's corridor. Then, when Mr. Plume appeared, they gave Orla the commands. In other words, Orla was manipulated by the culprit to perform a series of tricks. What? And as for you, Mr. Plume, you were manipulated by the true culprit to play the part of the witness. Norma de Plume was set up? Norma de Plume, writer extraordinaire, was used? Yes.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
Oh god!
What the fuck? Mr. Plume, please do something about your attire! That was one wardrobe malfunction I did not want to see. Gracious. It would appear we need to shift our suspicion towards someone other than Orla. Prosecutor Blackwell, please have the bloodstained coin analyzed. You waste your breath. I guess even Prosecutor Blackwell can't refute the possibility of a human suspect.
You did it, boss! If the crime happened beside the pool, there's no way Orca would have done it.
Now, if only we could find the bag that the coins were in. In light of this new discovery, it would appear the orca couldn't have done it. Exactly, Your Honor. If the blood on the coin proves that of the victim, we can unequivocally overturn Orla's accusation.
Objection!
Uh-oh.
Oh god.
Overturn the defendant's accusation? I think not. Ah! My hair! My beautiful hair!
Now you know how I feel, right? With Winston Payne.
Now you know how I feel, right? Yesterday, a new inmate was brought into the prison. He said the moment you relax is when you're most vulnerable. And what did this man go in for? He is merely a sneaky thief who enjoys a spot of fishing now and again. But right dono here would be easier to hook than any fish. That hawk sure does love the judge's head.
I know.
What's this? That coin from before and some sort of bag? And for the record, my chrome dome is not a nest! A bag? I don't think I'm gonna like this. This is the coin bag the 300 coins were in. I believe you were looking for this. Looks hell of a small to hold 300 coins.
Right?
How did you get that? I never said we didn't find it at the crime scene. The bag had blood on it, so naturally I had it sent to the crime lab. And? Does the blood belong to the victim? It does indeed, as does the blood on the coin. I knew it! So the blood in the coin did belong to the victim! The bag was open and the coins had all spilled out. But the bag alone wasn't proof enough to say that it was used as the murder weapon. However, thanks to the defense and their coin, I am more satisfied that it was. Prosecutor Blackwell, are you conceding that the true culprit committed the murder with the bag of coins? I shall concede that the victim was put into the pool after his death. However, even with the bag, it doesn't change the fact it was the orca that killed the victim. What? How can you still suspect Orla? You said the true culprit manipulated Orla's behavior, but Orla isn't the kind of orca that would let someone control her. If anything, Orla was the victim. Orla used the victim's behavior against him to murder him. What? But are you arguing that the orca manipulated a human being? To prove it, I have summoned another witness. Marlon Rhymes.
Oh god.
Take the stand. Finally, I can get a break.
Oh god.
Marlon Rhymes is a witness? Well, don't just stand there. State your name.
I told you I didn't want to be a witness.
I thought one witness would be quite enough to prove the defendant's guilt. But apparently, Right Dono won't be satisfied until every stone is turned.
Well, son of a... Alright, fine. If I gotta talk, then let's get this over with. Mr. Rhymes doesn't seem like a willing witness.
I wonder what Prosecutor Blackwell is going to have him testify about. So could we have your name and occupation for the record, witness? Uh-oh.
Oh god. Ahoy! Yo! 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 Ho! Ho! People of the law, time to testify. Chilling with my crew at the ship shape. Orcas, penguins in the seascape. Cleaning and feeding. There ain't no end. But damn birdie kids, tours I shall transcend. Noob animal keeper from the house of rhymes. I'm the master keeper, Marlon with the rhymes.
I could only
For
imagine.
shizzle. Ugh.
I can only imagine your face right now.
Kill me!
You don't have to do the rap part.
I want to. It's for authenticity.
I'm afraid I couldn't understand a word you said. Likewise. Is that flip-flop music young people nowadays like? So close, Your Honor.
Thank you, Ellie. That was cringe.
So close, Your Honor. So close. And yet so far. Please proceed with your testimony, witness, without the flip-flop.
Okay, fine. But I want to do this, I tell you. I feel like I'm selling Sasha out. About 10 a.m., I was in the staff room. I heard a loud noise in the pool room, so I went out to the door to look in. I couldn't see the captain of the orca, but I saw a bunch of coins scattered around. The orca knows there's a certain spot people stand by to play volleyball with her. I think maybe she knocked down the stuff that was piled up there and hit the captain.
So that gives us a little more info about the area around the orca pool. The defendant made the stuff fall down. Overturned crates and assorted props were scattered all over the pool room floor. There's no doubt that it was the orca that caused the mess. But could she really have done that from within the pool? As I said, the orca is the only one that could have performed such a feat. The pool and its room were tidied the night before, including its various odds and ends. But when our rhyming Marlin took a look-see, over 400 pounds of props had fallen. To move it all in one go would be a challenge, even the brawny prisoner in the cell next to mine. What is he, the jail gossip? So, how did 400 pounds of items fall all at once? I'll tell you how. The orca pulled the cloth that was underneath them. A weight that would be all but impossible for a human to move. Was child's play to an orca. During a friendly game of volleyball, a defendant made the crates fall, and the bag of coins that was among the items fell on the victim's head and killed him. The orca then toyed with the victim's body underwater, which is what DePlume saw.
Objection!
But the witness only said he heard a loud noise. That doesn't automatically make it sound of Orla making the items fall. Also, why did you only look in on the pool room anyway, Mr. Rhymes?
Oh, that orca sometimes makes a loud noise to summon a trainer. But I'm still a newbie, so I don't have a security card to get into the pool room yet. I got was a guy.
Yep.
So even if she tries to summon somebody, there isn't much I can do about it.
I see. So the witness couldn't enter the crime scene.
Objection!
If Mr. Rhymes couldn't enter the room, there's at least one thing he can't be sure about. The statement that the orca was playing volleyball is purely speculation.
Silence!
Yes, sir.
Whether the orca was actually playing volleyball or not is not the issue. Traces of the orca's saliva were found in the cloth that was underneath the crates. The important part is that the orca is the only one who could have moved the items. I have to discredit that statement somehow. If I don't, it'd mean Orla was the culprit, even if the victim died beside the pool.
Present the calendar on the first statement.
Objection!
You say you were in the staff room, but is that really true?
Of course it's true. Why would I lie about a thing like that?
Mr. Rhymes, have you ever seen this calendar before?
Hey, that's...
I see you recognize it.
Yeah, that's the rifle calendar. It's a big hit at the Ship Shape Aquarium gift shop. Thank you for shopping at Ship Shape.
How much fish is in that barrel?
Yes.
Mr. Rhymes, please refrain from scattering fish around the witness stand. Not to worry, your baldness. Taka will have them cleaned up in no time. I guess that bird comes in handy now and then. All right, Mr. Wright. We have all seen your cute souvenir. Now, if you wouldn't mind... no, Your Honor. This isn't my calendar. It was originally the witness's, but it came into possession of a certain young lady.
What?
Mr. Rhymes and this young lady first met each other in the food prep room. After a mishap, their calendars got switched around. They ran into each other at about 10:10 a.m. in the food prep room. So clearly the witness was not in the staff room. In other words, there's no way he could have heard the noise in the pool room upstairs. What's this? This is the first I'm hearing about any calendar. That's because Mr. Rhymes and Pearls were keeping it a secret. You lie to me? This transgression will not go unpunished.
No!
So, Mr. Rhymes, you didn't hear the noise of the equipment falling after all, did you?
Okay, I admit it. I didn't hear the noise in the orca pool room myself. But somebody told me about it.
Who told you about it?
It was,
Unless you tell the truth, Mr. Rhymes, I can't save Orla. And I'm sure you know how sad it would make Miss Buckler.
I heard about it from Sasha.
What? From Miss Buckler?
That doesn't make any sense.
What is going on here? Now it's the trainer's own words that drive the orca into a corner. How do you like being bitten by your own client, right, Dono? I certainly didn't see this coming. But perfect timing. There was something I wanted to ask Miss Buckler about the orca. The prosecution calls the trainer, Miss Sasha Buckler, to the stand. Yes, I suppose it would be a good idea to hear what the orca's trainer has to say. I don't know what Sasha's going to say. I'll just have to meet it head-on, whatever it is. We will take a 20-minute recess while the witness is summoned.
Oh boy.
Phew. Okay.
We still going. Mr. Wright, are you gonna cross-examine Sasha?
Guess I'll have to ask her about the noise from the stuff falling down.
Mr. Wright.
Mr. Rhymes, why did you lie?
I didn't want Sasha to have appear in court. I thought if anybody had to testify, I should be the one to do it for her. But why would you go to all those lengths? To see the entry of the 20th on that calendar?
The note about meeting the captain at the orca pool?
Yeah, I found that calendar in the nap room. I think it's probably Sasha's. What? And that means...
I guess it does look like more of a woman's calendar than a man's.
I didn't want suspicion to fall on Sasha. Mr. Wright. I gotta go back to the aquarium to look after the orca in Sasha's place. I'll be rooting for you on the other end of that TV phone. Please take care of Sasha. Okay, we can't let Prosecutor Blackwell get the best of us. Time to refocus.
You're right. After all, we're the only ones who can save Orla. The court will now reconvene. Prosecutor Blackwell, please call the witness to the stand. Again, you waste your breath.
Me name is Sasha, and I be one of Captain Orla's swashbucklers. I come to rescue me bucko from the false charges put on her by the dread pirate Mustache.
Mustache.
I guess no such refers to Prosecutor Blackwell this time.
Well, it can't be the judge. He has a mustache and a full beard.
Now then, Captain Judge, shall we begin the pirate court?
Captain Judge. I rather like that. It makes me feel like a salty old sea dog.
And scene. How was that for a self-intro?
The court is not a show. State your full name and occupation.
I'm Sasha Buckler. I work at Ship Shape Aquarium. I performing the Swashbuckler Spectacular Pirate Show alongside Orla as her trainer.
Well, you seem like a completely different person now.
You really think so? Thanks. I was in my pirate show persona just then. Prosecutor Blackwell said I could introduce myself in any way I like.
I bet money that he didn't think you were going to be like that. And what will this witness testify about? The Orca manipulated the victim into playing volleyball and then knocked the items down. This witness will report about hearing the noise that caused the victim's death.
Now just wait a minute. Sure, Orla uses the ball to break props sometimes. She even spiked the ball of the giant octopus's leg yesterday when I was cleaning.
So Orla was the one who broke that leg, huh?
But she couldn't have knocked down that huge sack of equipment with her little ball.
I thought you were paying attention to the trial over the telecast. But you apparently know nothing of what we've been discussing. The Orca knocked down the equipment by pulling the cloth that was underneath it. No one said anything about the Orca knocking it down with a ball.
What? Is that what we're talking about? I came in here to get Prosecutor Nostache a good key hauling. But I'm the one getting a cat of nine tails. Oh, he's as vicious as a tiger shark. Miss Buckler, just focus on your testimony and you'll be all right. Don't worry, we'll take care of that tiger shark for you. Thank you, Athena. Okay, I can do this. My testimony will be phenomenal. Oh, haha.
All right, Miss Buckler, please proceed with your testimony.
Phenomenal. I admit I heard Orla summoning me with a loud noise. But the aquarium's guest scream I heard over the walkie-talkie was more urgent. I talked to Nora de Plume first and then went to the pool room with the security guard. The equipment was everywhere and the captain was just lying in the middle of it all.
Her story doesn't seem much different from Marlon Rhymes' testimony. Or does it? The circumstances are different. The actual order of Orla's actions depend on the order the witness heard the two noises. If she heard the scream first, the prosecution's claims don't stand up.
Objection!
Unfortunately for you, she doesn't remember the order of what she heard. She doesn't?
I was distracted at the time, so I don't really recall which one I heard first. I was lost in thought until the guard brought me back to myself. Sorry, I'm no help.
As long as the order remains unclear, I shall not alter the prosecution's claims. After killing the victim with the bag of coins, the Orca toyed with the body in the water. I have to turn things around here somehow. Unless I can prove the sound Sasha heard was not the sound of the victim's murder. Blackwell's claim that Orla pulled down the equipment to kill the victim will stand. If I want to save Orla, I have to find a contradiction, no matter how small. Very well. Your cross-examination, please, Mr. Wright.
Press on the fourth statement.
Hold it!
What do you recall about the scene exactly?
I don't remember much, to be honest. I was in total shock from seeing the captain like that. If you ask me something specific, I might be able to remember, though.
Specific questions, huh? Okay, let's see. What should I ask her about?
The things scattered around.
Could you tell me more about the things that were scattered around?
They were equipment and props for the new show.
The new show?
Yeah, we were supposed to debut a brand new Swashbuckler Spectacular yesterday. We were already defeated the giant octopus and Nostache, after all. We were going to have a new nemesis, Red Stash. He's on the flyer.
Red Stash.
Oh, that's the flyer Rifle was distributing. Who will obtain the gold coins hidden in Skull Rock? Oh, I wish it could be me. Leave it to you, Athena, to know all about it. Or at least then got some new tricks for the new show.
So all the stuff that fell down was for the new show, is that it?
That's right. A bunch of props and crates and other equipment stacked up.
Your Honor, for the record, I'd like that information added to the witness's testimony. Very well, Miss Buckler, please append what you just said to your testimony.
Sure thing. The props for the new show were everywhere, and the captain was in the middle of it all. Press.
Hold it!
These props for the new show, what kind of things were they?
A blow-up dolphin and anchor, Red Sash's costume, the bag of coins, stuck with that bag of coins. The captain was wearing his usual costume, and the new props were all there.
Wait a minute. Something about that doesn't seem right. Is there a problem with Sasha's testimony?
Yes.
You say the captain was wearing his usual costume. But is that completely accurate?
Come on, Phoenix, what are you nitpicking my testimony for?
Because it's his job. If we look at the body, we see that there's a discrepancy between that and your statement. You stated the victim was wearing his usual costume, but you'll notice that the victim was wearing a red scarf around his neck. I imagine the red scarf is part of his costume for the new pirate show. Oh, you're right. It's written right here in the flyer of the new show. Featuring the dashing red stash with a fluttering red scarf.
Although I have to say, it looks just like the red scarf that was added in his old costume. Yeah, well, the captain was never the one to spend this money on costumes. But, you know, the captain wasn't wearing that red scarf.
But in this photo, I believe I see a red scarf.
Yeah, but it's not wrapped around his neck. It's just draped on the top of his neck. That red scarf was packed away with the rest of the new show's equipment. It must have fallen on top of the captain when the equipment fell down.
Oh, I see. It looks like your discrepancy wasn't really a discrepancy after all. So the scarf doesn't have anything to do with the case? But there's something about the timing of the stuff falling that bothers me. Hold on. The timing of the stuff falling. The timing. Maybe my theory's been all wrong from the beginning. Maybe the bag of coins isn't the murder weapon. And so your last cross-examination ends in failure as well. You should know that such a feeble slash will never hurt me. As I said, the orca made the equipment fall and then toyed with the body in the water.
Objection!
I'm sorry, Prosecutor Blackwell, but based on the circumstances at the scene, the defendant couldn't have dragged the body into the water after the equipment fell. And that's why, pray tell, is that? Oh, I'll tell you all right. If my theory's been all wrong, then I'll just have to fix it. Yes, Mr. Wright, please do tell the court. What indicates that the body was not dragged into the water after the items fell?
The red scarf.
Take that!
The red scarf fell at the same time as the bag of coins. But if the body was dragged into the pool after the bag of coins fell, then the red scarf wouldn't still be on top of the body. What? In other words, the victim was already dead when the equipment came crashing down. Therefore, the bag of coins that fell with the red scarf was not the murder weapon.
Silence!
But it was the defense who claimed the bag of coins was the murder weapon to begin with. Well, yes, that's true. Do you intend to abandon your original argument? After hearing the testimony, I realized my theory about the murder weapon was wrong. Please recall the facts we have learned so far. It's a fact that what Orla bit was the victim's dead body. After all, when we saw the victim on the security footage, he was already dead. But then, Orla carried the victim's body to the side of the pool and knocked down the equipment for the new pirate show that was piled up there. Maybe Orla was trying to alert the humans to the victim's condition. If Orla knocked the items down on the victim after he was already dead, then it means the defendant didn't kill the victim with those items. That's preposterous! Even still, your argument is lacking. If neither the orca's headbutting nor the bag of coins was the manner of death, then how do you propose the victim was killed? Ah! A very good point. If the defense is now abandoning its original theory, then we would need a new theory as to what the murder weapon was. Alright. I doubt I have no clue would go over well.
Alright, let's go over what we still need to find out about the victim's body.
What we don't know is how he died and why his body was at the bottom of the pool. I wonder if there's something that would explain both of those things at once.
How did the victim's body sink to the bottom of the pool? On a diagram, it's very easy enough to move the body to the bottom of the pool. But in real life, the water would just cause the body to float.
Right. Hold on. Water? Okay, then what if we flip that around? What if there was no water? Then the body would go right down in an instant. So could the real manner of death be... Thanks for the great hint, Athena.
What? I helped you and I didn't even know it?
Your Honor, I think we know the real manner of the victim's death. I think won't do, Mr. Wright. I expect a clear answer. Now then, what was the real manner of Jack Shipley's death? What's the manner of death that moved the victim to the bottom of the pool in an instant?
Falling! He fell down.
Yeah. Please take a look at this diagram of the orca pool. If there was no water in this pool, then it would be very easy to move the victim's body to the bottom of the pool. He would drop straight down. Oh my! Could that be the true manner of death? The orca pool is about 65 feet deep. If the victim were to go from the top of the pool to the bottom when there was no water, then he would, without question, have fallen to his death.
Yep.
From a fall. And that's your answer?
It all makes perfect sense. If he fell, that would explain the signs of blunt force trauma all over the body too.
The culprit pushed the victim into the pool where there was no water in it. After doing something to keep the body from floating up, they filled the pool with water. The pool water washed away any signs of blood, so no one would realize that he fell. Surprisingly, that actually makes sense. Order! Order in the court! I'm just as surprised as you are, but I must have order! If falling was the manner of death, then does that mean the defendant's behavior was the result of being manipulated by the true culprit as the defense claimed? Yes, it would have to be. All that needs to be explained now is how the real culprit commanded Orla. Miss Buckler, is there a way to instruct Orla to bite someone?
What? What kind of trick would that be? Of course not!
And could you tell us about the tricks Orla does know?
Well, there's jumping, dancing, and playing volleyball. And she can spin, do the rock and roll trick, and sing the Swashbuckler Spectacular song.
Those sound like pretty nice tricks, but I doubt they're related to this case.
She's also practicing 2 new top secret tricks. There's the human rocket, where she shoots somebody up into the air. And then there's the lifesaver trick, where she brings a drowning person to the surface. Called it!
Hey, one of these top secret tricks might have something to do with the case. Now, which of these 2 tricks sounds relevant to the case? I wonder.
Duh, the lifesaver trick.
So in the lifesaver trick, Orla brings a drowning person to the surface, correct?
You caught it. Orla's still learning how to hold someone gently in her mouth. See? So she sometimes bites into their clothes, but she never hurt a person's skin. Again! Called it! She brings a drowning person to the surface? Then that must be it.
And then the killer whale swam up toward the surface with the victim in its mouth. This matches up perfectly with what Mr. Bloom said in her testimony. The real culprit must have used the lifesaver trick command to manipulate Orla. I still find this very hard to believe. Then let's see for ourselves. Let's have Orla show us her trick during using a practice dummy. As you wish. The prosecution doesn't appear to have any objection. Miss Buckler, please proceed.
Oh, okay, sure. I'll show you Aura's phenomenal trick. Hey, Marlon, are you ready over there? Okay, let me just look at the practice dummy. There, it's in the pool. Ready and standing by, Sasha. Here goes. Orla's secret new trick, the lifesaver. The clothes got torn up a little, but the dummy doesn't have any new marks on it. And there you have it, Orla's secret new trick. And the crowd goes wild.
That orca's really something.
A kid like that wouldn't hurt anybody.
Sounds like the gallery loved Orla's performance.
That was great. That awesome trick captured everybody's heart.
Oh, wonderful! I wish I could see more.
Looks like we silenced Prosecutor Blackwell.
Thank you, Orla and Miss Buckler. And thank you too, Mr. Rhymes. And so now you can clearly see how Orla was manipulated. The bottom of the orca pool needs to be examined immediately. We might still find some evidence of the victim falling to his death. Prosecutor Blackwell, please have that taken care of at once. Excuse me, Prosecutor Blackwell, but I'm requesting further investigation. Prosecutor Blackwell, you have to answer the nice judge politely. Oh, that's right, I almost forgot. The thing you asked for just came in. And you couldn't be bothered to think of a less violent way to deliver it? What did Prosecutor Blackwell ask for? I've been waiting for this. Oh, and what is that? An updated autopsy report.
Edgeworth be like, excuse you.
Or he just cuts to Edgeworth and he sneezes.
Yeah, are you alright? Are you alright, Chief Prosecutor? Yes, I just sensed a disturbance.
Why did it have to come now? During the recess, I ordered the body to be re-examined. Something started nagging at me during the course of the trial, you see. Here. I take it you'd like me to read it? Very well. Cause of death, thought to be from 65-foot fall.
Jesus.
Yeah, that would kill you.
Yeah. Are you alright, Chief Prosecutor?
Yes, I just sensed something in the ether. but this is decisive evidence that substantiates Mr. Wright's theory. What? Is something good for a change? If the manner of death was falling onto an empty pool, the orca cannot be responsible. It seems Orla's complete innocence has been proven. I suppose I can't deny that.
This is fantastic! You did it, Mr. Wright! Prosecutor Blackwell isn't even trying to refute it. Orla is saved!
Yeah. Is it really safe to celebrate? It would appear more investigation into this case is necessary. But first, allow me to render my verdict. The court finds the defendant, Aura Shipley, not guilty.
Yay! The whale is saved!
The whale is safe, but we still got a murderer to find.
Yeah, I know. There's still the culprit. Yay! Orla is saved!
Yes, she is.
You did it! Thank you so much, Phoenix. Thank you, Athena.
Aw,
Orla and Marlon thank you too. Aww. Congrats, Sasha. Time to celebrate. Go on, eat up. Not to see everybody so happy. I'm absolutely thrilled about the verdict.
Thank you, right, Dodo. Huh? For what? The drained pool. Thanks to you, the truth is finally clear. Fulbright, arrest this woman. Certainly. Right away, Prosecutor Blackquill. Sasha Buckler, you are hereby under arrest for the murder of Jack Shipley.
What?
What are you talking about? What reason could you possibly have? Come now. You must have had some idea in the back of your dull little mind. The true culprit manipulated the Orca in order to have false charges brought upon him. And who is the only one with the ability to accomplish that? You can only be the Orca's traitor. But I'm sure there's some other explanation.
Silence!
I don't need any of your baseless counter-arguments. Have you forgotten? In order to enter the Orca pool room, a security card is necessary. A security card that only the victim and Sasha Buckler possessed. Miss Buckler is the only one who could have caused the victim to fall to his death. Ah! What?
No, I don't believe it! Miss Butler was so upset by Mr. Shipley's death, she couldn't have done it.
Fulbright. We asked the security company yesterday to check the security card logs. The report just came in during the recess. The night before the incident, Sasha Buckler used her card to enter the Orca pool room. After that, not a single person entered the pool room. Not until the incident was discovered when Miss Buckler was and the guard ran in.
Objection!
But no one would commit murder where their card usage was being recorded. Apparently, the aquarium employees don't know that their card usage is tracked. What's more, Miss Buckler was seen arguing with the victim before the incident. So, Miss Trainer, what were you arguing about?
It was a private matter. But it wasn't anything I could have killed him over. That's ridiculous.
Miss Buckler's the only one who entered the room, and she knows how to command Orla. Besides, I thought her suspicious from the very beginning. You suspected Miss Buckler from the start? The Orca did tricks because someone commanded her to do so. Possibly someone with a heart so black as to make her own partner the murder weapon. The possibility the Orca killed the victim. The possibility a human manipulated the Orca. I looked into both. So he suspected both Sasha and Orla all along? My gratitude to you, after all. You were the one who drew out that information about the lifesaver trick. The Orca you saved was an unwitting victim. A victim made to look like the weapon that killed Jack Shipley. No! Alright, come along then. Let's have a good long talk.
Wait, I didn't kill the captain! And I would never try to frame Orla. Yeah, you might got a point. What if someone took her card? Why would I hurt the ones I love like that? Sasha. Phoenix, Athena, you gotta believe me. Fuck. Sasha didn't kill him. I believe that with all my heart. There's gotta be something we can do.
Feel the same way. Could I have done something differently? But never in my wildest dreams did I imagine things turning out like this. It would appear that this case has taken on an entirely new aspect. But this trial is only concentrated with the ruling on the defendant, Ora Shipley. So I'm afraid this concludes today's trial. Court is adjourned.
Fuck.
Yeah, I think come the next part, we'll take it seriously again.
Oh yeah, cause That took a turn.
Yep, just like Ace Attorney always does.
Oh boy.
Though I'll have to think of a voice for Marlin that's not so stereotypical.
You can just do a regular voice. It's no big deal.
True. Okay. Well, we saved the whale at least.
Yeah.
And now, who actually did it? Who killed Shipley?
Damn.
Those answers will come another time, as it's time to sign off for the night.
Yes.
Anything to say before we step off?
Nope, I'm good.
Okay. Thanks for tuning in, folks, and tune in next week for more Grand Theft Auto 4. See you then.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.